cloud in sports production has been evolving for a few years now. Where are we when it comes to live sports production in the cloud, and what are the audio challenges around this?
So I think kind of the industry as a whole is possibly at a tipping point. There's kind of live cloud production happening, probably at the smaller scale, and it's getting to the point where it's quite close that can scale up and do kind of what you'd call a full live production in the cloud. In an audio specific kind of realm, there are a couple of challenges on the manufacturer that are kind of the input from the broadcasters and the service providers kind of in terms of productions they want to do. The main kind of technology ones are processing. So traditionally audio processing is done on DSPs or FPGAs. Cloud kind of implies or defines really CPU based processing, particularly if you're talking public cloud. So there's that side of it. And there's also the I/O connectivity and how the audio gets across networks or into those engines. And that I/O challenge is slightly different when it comes to on-premises or public cloud. On-premises, you've kind of managed the network infrastructure and that hardware. In public cloud, we're talking kind of AWS, Google Cloud. In that sense, there's no multicast, so you've got to manage those I/O differently than you would on the ground. From SSL's point of view, our processing engine has been x86 CPU processing for several years, and that helps us migrate to a cloud production platform alongside System T.
Okay, and there's been much talk about decentralized and distributed remote audio production as well. Is this still a trend you're seeing, and if so, how is SSL responding to it?
Very much so. I mean, I guess there's a few different flavors of decentralized, but the topic that comes up a lot is the kind of distributed control. So whether multiple people sat in different locations can be part of that control layer. And System T does that already, and the cloud kind of migration of it does the same thing. So you can have a surface being a control surface that someone sits in front of. They can have a bit of software sat on a computer. Someone could sit at home with a computer and a fader tile connected to it. So that element of multiple control positions distributed across the internet is definitely part of the picture.
And we've seen some enhancements to System T this year. What's new, and are there any future developments you can share?
Yeah, I mean, enhancements are continuous. It's an ever-evolving feature set, as these products always are. Things we've added recently is kind of discovery and routing of 2110 signals using the control surface software. This year we've got some enhancements to the event manager, which is a kind of system of building very simple, very complex kind of macros and switching functions inside the software, inside the desk. And then future things that are going on is kind of cloud production. We've been running proof of concepts that take the processing engine, that's called the Tempest engine, and run that on public cloud. So there's more kind of development in that area come forward this year.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.